I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Friday, it's the weekend, or about to be. Hello Lorna, were you here a long time ago, or are you in now? Not sure when you put that message up. Yeah, wow, the weekend. Yay. Have you got plans for this weekend? I don't, not yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to live life without, while I'm resting my shoulder. It's very peculiar. I don't know what to do with myself if I'm not doing all of these activities, you know. It's hard. But anyway, challenging weekend for me to see what I can do without and rest at the same time. It's too much rest and I don't sleep properly. That's the problem. So anyway, let's do some readings. Have we got any mini reads in? If you want a mini read, if you've got a one question that you want to ask your higher self, whether it's, you know, guidance on your career or your love life or about someone in particular or whatever question you've got, you can book in for one of those. Hey Maria, you can book in for one of those now. I've popped a link in the live chat there for that, so get those in. Otherwise, nobody's booked in, so otherwise I'll be picking some cards out for twin flames, or in other words, if you don't like the twin flame kind of nomenclature, which I don't really, then what we're talking about is getting into good relationships, perhaps after a series, perhaps after patterns in ourselves of not doing that, or not knowing why we were choosing what we were choosing, how we were doing that, and all of that kind of thing. So it's like, what can we call it? It's like a masterclass, I would say, on getting over our relationship. Relationship masterclass. So let's do it. I had an aha yesterday. Chicken Cat's good. She's on her 8th life or 9th life, I don't know. She's a rebounder, that one. Can't believe it. I can't believe how close to death's door she gets. And then she's fine again. Wow. She's strong. She bounces back. Anyway. I had some ahas yesterday. Now, the day before yesterday, Wednesday, after I worked, I finished. I've been doing a lot of reading lately. That's what I've been doing instead of exercising. Like, what can I do? I know, I'll read. So I finished off a book on Wednesday evening, and it was really good. Like, really good. Kind of trash romance novel, yes, but really good for me because the characters that were in it I could very much relate to. And this, at the end of the book, this author, you know how it has her blurb about the author, she said, I write novels about alpha males and the strong women that end up with them, and see, this is why I connected with it so much. It's like, that's me. This is good to read these kind of stories because it makes me realize how it can be, how those relationships can be healthy, you know, instead of what I've experienced, which is not healthy. And so I bought some more of her books, and yesterday I started reading one of them, and I read the whole thing. And there was one particular sentence in it. It's something that he said to her, I think it was. And it just blew my mind, and it gave me a massive aha. No, it was something she said to him. Hey, Simone. She said to him, because he had picked up the relationship patterns of his father, right? This is what we do, isn't it? And she said, and she was very much different, and she said to him something like, I can't remember the exact words, but it's about getting to the point when you realize that you are stopping yourself from allowing yourself more than your parent had. And you'll allow yourself even better than that. She said it differently than that, but that was the message in it, and it blew my mind because I applied it to myself, and it's like, oh my God. You see, I'm very similar to my dad. My dad is an alpha male. He's an entrepreneur. He's an alpha male. He's got a lot of good things going for him. I'm very similar to him. And the more I have started loving myself and realizing who I am and all of that, the more I realize I want someone like my dad. I do. But my dad also was violent and cruel. And of course I don't want that. And then I look back and I think about an ex that I had. And it's like, oh my God, he was all of those things. He was my dad. He was all of those things. With the cruelty too. And it's like, I chose someone that was just like him, including the negative parts of it too. I wasn't allowing myself the good bits and better. Now, I know that we do this. I've been in a money boot camp where she talks about this a lot with regards to money. It's very difficult for people to out-earn their parents because we place restrictions on ourselves, like it's not safe to earn more than our dad does, say. It's a very real thing to work through. And I guess that it's a very real thing to work through in our love lives as well. Will we allow better than our parents? Simone, if you want a mini read, you can book in for one of those. There you go, there's the link. So, interesting. It blew my mind and it made me, realize that I hadn't, even though I've been trying to kind of raise the bar, I hadn't expected better, really. You know what I mean? And kind of now I do. Anyway, so I'm reading more of her books because it's really giving me examples that I haven't had in my life. And they're really good too, because it's not like strong woman who completely is cool with herself and knows herself. It's strong woman that's come through a crappy life kind of thing to get herself there, or the challenges and the obstacles. And it's not just an alpha male that knows exactly what he wants. It's an alpha male that's got these bad patterns, and it's like how they figure it out. Great books. I can't remember what she's called, but if you want to know, I'll put it in the Psychic Cafe Club. If you're not in Psychic Cafe Club on Facebook, here's the link to it. Join us in there. Here's the link. Here's the link. Join us. Stay in touch on there. Now I need to get that thing back. So, interesting ahas for me. And then guess what happened? Yesterday evening, I started getting all of these messages from these guys on Tinder. And it was a very different caliber of a guy. 3 of them coming along at once. How weird is that? Very different caliber guys. I don't know why, but there's a lot of guys from Dubai in Thailand at the moment. It just there's these phases, there's these waves of different nationalities of people that come to this country. Distinct waves. It's Dubai at the moment for whatever reason. I don't know. Perhaps the flights are cheap for them at the moment. Something like that. Let's get some cards out anyway. Because it might be a hard time, A hard time for us. The Chariot. The other thing I realised as well is that I've got into relationships and brought a lot into their life, done a lot for them, taken care of them, kind of like a woman too, but also been earning the money and all of that. And it's like treating them, taking them good places, like doing all the things that I want to receive, but I haven't really had that from someone else. Well, I did from that one, but as I said, he had the crappy stuff with him, along with him too. I don't want. Anyway, Chariot. Chariot can indicate travel. It can indicate going to a new place too. See how there is like a castle in the distance and it's kind of in the haze there. Like new place off to it. Perhaps not in a hurry because it's a snail as well. But to a new place. She's just having a look outside. Aye. I was wondering this morning why t-shirts are either too short or too long. I mean, I know we all have different torso sizes and female lengths and stuff like that, and so clothes aren't likely to be fitting right on everyone, but on me, they're either like crop top or like this one, which is down here. It's like almost to the crease of where my legs bend. It's too long. Very few t-shirts are the right length. Anyway. And don't even get me started on trousers. Always too long for me. I'm short. I'm only 5'4", 162 centimeters. Woo! And my fat percent is going up now, so it's time to reel back. I've been eating more. Of course, my body's like, oh, you're not exercising anymore. Well, I am exercising, but not in the same way. This arm is bothering me. Queen of Cups, time to receive. I'm realizing this. About time someone took care of me, brought something good things into my life. Someone that can bring better things into my life. They've got to be out there. They are out there. Queen of Cups, time to receive. Ten of Swords and the end of the pain. So hard, the pain, you know, when you stop and allowing yourself good things to come in. It's so hard. And we've got a lot of energy coming up about doing things for ourselves, having things for ourselves, you know, better stuff coming along. And the pain that could be coming up at the moment is that of like how I've been stopping myself from having nice things, what I really want. Could start kicking ourselves, you know. You're only 4'9". Your daughter's 4'7". Oh wow, teeny tiny. So yeah, you'll know the whole top thing being and trouser thing. The difficulties. It's not so bad in Asia. Because pretty short in Asia, and they're tiny too. So when I first got here, the problem was I was a little bit too big. Large size here I was too big for it. So now I'm small Asian size in clothes. I get small in the Asian sizes, and they're just about right. But Asian, sometimes I'm a medium in them. But yeah, sometimes I don't particularly like the clothes. There is one shop that I love, but if you go like into the department stores here, the things that they wear, it's like tops that have like doilies on them, you know? It's just not me. I'm not that kind of person that wants the fancy frilly things. But Asians, they do, well, in Thailand anyway, quite, what's the word? Covering themselves up, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, a lot of the time it's just not really my kind of clothes. The end of the pain, so, the end of the pain. And I feel like it's us ending the pain. It always is, right? It's always us that's ending the pain. That's another good thing of this lady that writes these books too. She's dead clear on that as well. Often our characters will be explaining it too, saying they wish for things, but they make shit happen themselves. And it's like there's an importance to saying what it is that you want and declaring it to the universe, but it's you that makes it happen. It gives you just clarity and to yourself. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'll be reading another book tonight. I'm into it. 6 of Wands. Oh, and also I listened to last night a video about limerence, and that blew my mind too. About limerence. Showing up the shadow side, the feelings that we don't think we can get, that aren't in ourselves, often positive, that we get attracted to in someone else, and we think that we're getting those feelings through that person, which is why we get obsessed with them. And so why the limerence thing. And once we get obsessed with them, we don't actually want to have a real connection with them. We want to just keep them there, just let a little bit enough in to feed that. So if you've grown up, I need to share the video. It's too late to do it last night, but I need to share that video too, because I need to listen to it again as well and get more clarity in myself. I was falling to sleep as I was watching it. The examples she gives are brilliant, but trying to apply it to yourself is a bit of a mind F. 6 of Wands. This is about being seen to win. 6 of Wands, victory time. Sorry, my microphone's in the wrong position. Victory time. Good. The Empress, for the Empress. Where are you going, Tiki? It's been raining a lot here, which is good because the island is very dry. I'm running out of water. Price of water got really expensive, apparently. I don't have to buy it, I'm lucky. Well, I have to buy my drinking water, but the water for your tanks and stuff. The rest of it apparently got very expensive because we're out. But it rained well yesterday. What are you doing? I need another day of rain like that. The Empress, Divine Feminine, the one that's done the work on herself, continue to do the work. Amazes me. Like, what's she doing? Oi! Don't! What are you doing? Oi! Get out of there! No, go on. You want to go on the bed? There you go. It's hard for you to jump up now. Her muscles haven't quite recovered. She might be recovering pretty well, but she finds it hard to jump up on things. She's just pulling all the stuff out of my bedside shelf thing. Anyway, Judgment. Oh, Judgment. I want to read this out of the book. Don't know why. Judgment card can be being called to something now. It's time. Ooh. I'm going to get some of these cards out. Let's do things differently. The Oracle of Mystical Moments that goes with this tarot deck. Okay, Judgment card. 20. Judgment. The card shows a female angel, a messenger of God, blowing a large golden trumpet. She's standing in the middle of a busy city, calling all the people to rise up and take a stand. She's a reminder that in the end we'll all be judged for our actions and our life choices. But past mistakes will be forgiven when we choose to change and make a new start. This card urges you to make amends by transforming your life. Choices, redemption, make amends, atonement, reconciliation. It's been called to do things differently now. The signs are there. I love it. Like when I find books like that, or just when the messages come as they do. My guides, you know, my personal messages don't so much come through readings. They come through me reading books or watching a movie, and it gives me that information that I need. We're being called, but we need to choose to change and make a fresh start now, transform our lives. The atonement, this isn't about going backwards and fixing things and stuff like that. The atonement is, we go through lessons to learn something, right? So that we can do things differently. Not to go backwards and fix it, but so we can do things different. So that we can get into new things that don't need fixing. We don't learn to be able to repair the past. We learn so that we can do it right this next time. And that's what we're being called to do now. You see, the reverse of this is regret, blame, self-recrimination, lack of self-awareness. We've got to be aware now and then use what we've learned to move forward. It's what we're being called to do. It's what others are being called to do too. It's what divine masculines are being called to do too. We've got the Emperor out now. That would be nice. But we don't. We don't get the Emperor out, no. Who we get out is the Knight of Pentacles, the slow-moving one, of course. This isn't going to be fast. It isn't going to be fast. It can't be fast because we've got to do things differently now. And we've got to be super conscious of ourselves not to get into those old patterns. Decay. Just heard decay. Old patterns of decay. Oh, that rot set in. Oracle of Mystical Moments. Let's get some of these cards out. Itchy head. Itchy head. I don't want to mess up my makeup. My nails are a really nice length at the moment. Anyway, let's get some of these cards out. Tell us more, guides. So what we've got, we're getting ourselves from A to B. It's a new town, new place, new life, that kind of thing. Where we can receive more now, the end of the pain, so we stop hurting ourselves as we have been doing. So we can be winning, Six of Wands, the Empress. Because we've been learning, we know who we are, we are mastering ourselves, and the calling is now, call to something new. Take it slowly, because you can't take it fast, because we're not masters at it. We're very much beginners now in this, very much beginners. In the new thing that we're headed into, I mean. We haven't experienced it before. We've experienced a lot of things before, but not this healthy relationship kind of thing. We've got the perfect key. That says it all, doesn't it? The perfect key, the one that's got the answers, the one, not the answers, but the ones that's got the right, oh, itchy. What is that when you're itchy? I was like this on Wednesday too. I'm not comfortable lately. The perfect key, the one that's got the right things to help you out. Let's read it. 29. Perfect key. The one that just fits. Perfect key. Happiness, encouragement, unlock feelings. Unlock feelings. This card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and a cage with a heart in it in the other. It's about unlocking feelings. There's a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yeah, the woman has already found the perfect fitting key. She can open the cage and open her heart. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. I tell you, you need to watch that video on limerence. I'll put it in Psychic Cafe Club, our Facebook group. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. That's what she was talking about. Thanks to friends and family, or no thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help us find the lost keys to our personal happiness, to unlock the feelings. Oh, I love it when like there's so many clues. So many clues around me at the moment. For me personally, it's about my emotional state in relationships, about being nurtured emotionally. I never had that. And if I think now, I'm very happy. There's a lot of things really good in my life, but there is something missing. and it's not particularly a romantic relationship that's missing. What's missing is that connection, you know, that it's an emotional connection. It's something that I haven't figured out how to give myself. I don't know whether we can give it to ourselves. I don't know, perhaps people that had emotional nurturing can. I don't know. But I'm aware now that there's a missing thing in me. Obviously isn't missing. I mean, there will be a way that I can tap into that energy for sure. But there's a part of me that also, I have been asking myself, what is it about me that doesn't attract people that kind of take care of me? And I think that's the wrong question to ask. I don't think there is anything about me that's doing that. I think I'm choosing the wrong ones, yeah. And I think I'm choosing the wrong ones because of a belief. But I don't think there's anything that I'm doing that's actively like stopping people from taking care of me. Apart from just choosing the ones that can't. Choosing the ones that like I've got more than them, so I take care of them. Anyway, pondering is the perfect key. And what it said in that card is right, especially around relationships. It's just like, we're not just waiting for the universe to bring the right person to us. We're waiting for us to realize who would be right for us. To have that idea in our mind of where our bar is set, you know, what it is that we're looking for, and then we'll see it, you see, because it's around us already. But we've got to realize it before we can see it. It's like the perfect jobs are always available for us, right? They're out there. But we're not going to go for them or look for them and look in the right place if we don't think that we deserve it, if we're not thinking like, oh yeah, I'd be amazing at this thing. The job is already there, but we don't go seeking it until we've got it in our head and in our heart that like, this is what I'm looking for, this is what is right for me, this is what I deserve. Same with partners too. So we're not just waiting for the universe to show it up. It's not like we're just sat around just waiting. No, we're waiting for ourselves to realize what it is that we want. No rain today. Oh, really? I thought it might rain today. No rain today. 37. Why? What does that mean? My eyesight isn't very good. No rain today. Comfort, positive view of life, energy, shine. In this card, we see the sun banishing a crying cloud. There will be no rain today. The sun gives warmth and comfort. Her rays grant life and strength. They chase away grief and loss. On dark days, turn your face toward the sun and let the shadows fall behind you. Slip on your dancing shoes, if only for a moment, and let the energy move through your body. Surround yourself with positive, happy people to foster an environment where you can shine. Positive, happy people. In that Limerence video, she was talking about that too, how overly positive people, it's often a result of being around overly negative people. There's no bad emotions. There's emotions that we prefer having and emotions that we less prefer having. But really, life should give us the whole gambit of emotions. But if you think we're predominantly just one thing, it can be like positive. We know, don't we? We've experienced that, haven't we? How being overly positive is not good for us. It has us ignoring red flags. It has us like not seeing reality. It has us not realizing that someone isn't even fucking, oops. Sorry, YouTube. Has us even like noticing that someone's not making an effort in a relationship. That overly positive thing is not good for us. It's not good for us. And then you see, if we are overly positive, like everything's good and everything's great, and it's like, ooh, this is really cool. Then when we actually face up to it, when things break down, when we break up with that person, that is when, me in particular, I realise, wait a minute, this person wasn't hardly doing anything for me. I was doing everything. And then I'm like, what the hell? And then it hits me all of a sudden. It's like all that positivity is gone. And then I'm realising the negative. And it's like, whoa, what was I putting up with? How come I was on this stupid positive cloud and not realising what was actually going on? So many people smoke here. How many people smoke in your countries still? So many people smoke here. Still really stupid cheap to smoke here. I've noticed that drinking is becoming less of a thing now. Have you noticed that? That's good, but we do need like new social places. I find it hard to go to the social places. There's always drinking involved. I find it hard not to join in. And I don't want to drink, but I do want to be social. And I don't want to have to just be social in the gym, because I'm trying to give my body a break and do less. Anyway. So no rain today. This is about like emotions, yeah, but there is something there about perhaps not false positivity, but you know what I mean? The reason that we become like the roller coaster that I always tell you about, and balance is what we're seeking. What we really want to be is real, right? And see things as they are, instead of pretending that they are perfect or amazing, which is what we do when we're limerent. When we get obsessed with someone, we're not obsessed with them at all. Or even seeing them clearly. We're obsessed with some perfect fantasy that we've got about them. Got nothing to do with them. So there's no rain today. I don't think this card is saying like, the universe says it's going to be positive. I think this is more like, stop pretending everything's positive when it's not. Tell us more. Oh, I haven't used these cards for a long time. The Art of Seduction. I used to know a woman that looked just like that. The Art of Seduction. Seduced. Love, womanhood, passion, seduction. We see an elegantly dressed couple. This woman close to the man as she whispers something in his ear. Sweet nothings. Is she talking about love? What kind of secrets is she telling him? In her red jeweled gown, the woman is aware of her powers of seduction. She uses her femininity, beauty, and passion. She tempts all of his senses, from the scent of a fragrant bloom to a soft touch on his cheek. There's an incredible power in her gentle words and delicate caress. Ooh. Let's seduce them, shall we? Next, A Long Way Home. A Long Way Home. Don't know what that one's about. Let's find out. Journey, remembrances, experiences, passage. Look at this little elephant on his journey through the skies. He lives in a huge balloon and has a castle with him. Light guides the way while he slowly passes over the horizon. How long is his journey and when will it end? Yeah, some of these paths that we're on, sometimes they take a long time. Hey, the healing path takes a long time. The relationship path, apparently, for me, takes a long time. Will he drop anchor again or continue his travels? This card reflects how we pass through our lives. During our pilgrimage, we collect memories, strong enough to fill a castle and light enough to buoy our voyage. Experiences we have. The relationship path, and we need to have plenty of experiences on that path to figure it all out. The elixir of life. Number 15. Oh, it's the one that comes after the art of seduction. The elixir of life. Healing, consolidation, reinvigoration, and truth. A woman is leaning towards a deep red rose. She faces the flower with her eyes closed, concentrating on the lush bloom. She's receiving the sweet scent of nature and the energy of life. The wind rustles her hair and whispers the truths of the universe into her ears. She can hear her own breath mingling with the wind. Sitting quietly in nature by a stream or in a garden can help still our wandering mind and heal a troubled heart. Meditation. I feel the pull of it lately. I feel anxiety. Not about anything, just the generalized anxiety. I know that I switched alcohol for exercise. Exercise is the thing, the panacea, the thing that I've been using to deal with the anxiety that I've got. And now I'm taking a break from my arm. The anxiety is coming back. And I know exercise is the healthy way to deal with that, but I don't see why I should have it anymore. There's no reason. There's no reason for me to have the anxiety anymore. No reason for me to have post-traumatic stress disorder anymore. But does that matter to my nervous system? No, it doesn't. Nervous system is going, I've still got this. Oh, who's that? I've still got this going on. Don't message me, I'm live. Yeah, and it's annoying. So, how can I deal with that? I noticed it last night. I woke up in the night and I noticed the anxiety, the stress. I was having like an anxious dream and then it left me with anxiety. You know when you wake up and you think you've got a job to do? Like a repeating job to do? Even though you're like trying to sleep. And then you wake up properly and you're like, what am I trying to do something for? I've got nothing to do. It was that kind of an experience. And I felt, yeah, it's meditation that I need now to heal that. Okay, message understood. It's like stopping and smelling the flowers, getting out into nature. What do I do when I get out into nature? I run. I do my exercise instead of just kind of just enjoying it. Being present. Exercise gets me present. Okay. So, I'm still dealing with ourselves. We've got the art of seduction, we've got the perfect key here, and I think those are important cards. The others are too, of course, but we know that. This is be healing. This is about healing ourselves. We know. But this perfect key, I'm going to read it out again because it's really important, is feelings that we are unlocking within ourselves, the things that you haven't allowed yourself to feel. For whatever reason. Card shows a woman holding a key in one hand and a cage with a heart in it on the other. There's a bird sitting on the woman's shoulder, encouraging her to try different keys with his mouth. Yet, the woman has already found the perfect fitting key. She can open the cage and open her heart. Sometimes life is only a search for the right key. There are so many things that are hard for us to approach. We can have trouble accessing our own feelings. Thanks to friends and family, there are people who can help us find the lost keys to our personal happiness. There are people that can do that. There's also a lot of people around us that can't do that too. Especially if we keep on getting attracted to the same kinds of people and that don't have that key. Keep on looking for love in the wrong places. But there are the right places too. Around us, already there. Just like I said, the jobs are all out there. It's not like once we realize what would be right for us, it suddenly starts to exist. It's already been out there. There's every kind of job out there. But we don't go looking for it until we realize what we deserve. I just want to get one of these cards out. Don't know why, but we'll see why. You're all very quiet today. Greeting wellness. Balance is the key to a life of infinite miracles. Okay. Balance is a key to a life of infinite miracles. We know this. I was talking about the roller coaster. I talk about the roller coaster a lot. If we've been around particularly negative people that have impacted our lives in a negative way, make us feel terrible, then we can become overly positive, and that doesn't help us either. That going to the other extreme doesn't help. It just doesn't help. And it seems like it helps at first. It's like that panacea, but it doesn't really help. Extremes are not healthy. Extremely positive is not healthy. Extremely negative is not healthy. What is healthy is balance. Wellness is there in the balance. Like I'm trying to figure out now with my exercise and not exercise. It's the balance that I'm looking for. And either extreme is not good. So when it comes to feelings, we've got to stop telling ourselves that the good feelings, the feelings that we prefer, the feelings that we prefer are the good ones, and the feelings that we don't prefer are the bad ones, and that we need to get to joy and positive. And no, it's like, no, that's the opposite extreme. We don't want that. We want the whole gambit of emotions and accept them for what they are. We're not trying to law of attraction kind of stick our head in the sand and go, no, there's no bad things and I'm not going to experience that, and no, I am going to ignore everyone that is like negative and just go for joy and only choose that. We're not trying to do that. Yeah, we're trying to make our lives better for sure and learn and all of that. But where emotions are concerned, we are finding that balance, going for that balance. In other words, being cool about life having the whole load of emotions. We're not searching for the perfect key, the perfect person that is only going to make us feel joy, that's only going to make us feel this and that. No, because they're not. They're going to be the ones that also trigger us the most and all of that. You know, they're the ones that challenge us the most. I'm not saying like they're going to be nasty to us or anything like that. You don't want that. That's a different thing. But no, we're not going to find the perfect person that isn't going to challenge us, that isn't going to make us feel negative emotions, bad emotions. But once we can get ourselves to the place where we are good anyway, happy with ourselves anyway, even if there's negative things around us or things, you know, even if we're not feeling so great. It's that. You see, there's something very seductive about the law of attraction teachings to people that are unhealed. And it is that. It's that promise of just good, only joy, only this, only that, and you can have it. But the law of attraction is, part of it's true, but the way that it's being taught is bullshit. The way that it's being taught is like a pyramid scheme. A law of attraction teacher says, you can just ask for this, and then you get it. And I got it because I was teaching people about the law of attraction. And then people learn it and go, oh yeah, it's true. Because if I do that, and then I teach the law of attraction, I get it too. But it only works when you're teaching the law of attraction. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme that has cause people to think that it's true. And it is kind of true, that's the thing, but it's not true like they're teaching it. Like they're teaching it, it's only true if you teach the law of attraction, if you find another sucker that will believe that. Which is a pyramid scheme. The law of attraction is true if you do it yourself. If, like, declaring something or asking for something and then following that path to it. I'm not saying there is no magic and that law of attraction doesn't work. But I think we've all experienced when it doesn't work. We've all experienced when we just ask for something and then we just like let it come to us. That bit doesn't work right. That bit doesn't work because that only works if you're teaching the law of attraction. It's complicated. There's something in declaring something to ourselves and to the universe in such a clear way that we are going to go for it. Like I said, there's every kind of job out there, but it's only when we realize what it is that we want to do and what we're worthy of that we'll actually go looking for that job and see it and then apply for it. Same with people. There's every kind of person out there, but we won't actually put ourselves in front of the right people or even see them until we realize what it is we deserve and all of that. And what we deserve isn't perfection, isn't like one that's only going to bring joy. No, it's one that's going to unlock your heart to feelings perhaps that you don't want, perhaps that you've decided you don't want and you've been sticking your head in the sand. Perhaps feelings that for example, letting someone in to love you, they're also the person that can hurt you the most. And that can be scary enough for us not to let it happen. When we've experienced love as being abuse, or, I'm not saying like let someone in that's going to abuse you and that's also going to make you happy and abuse you. I'm not saying that. You don't want to let someone in like that, right? But nor does that mean that you're looking for someone that is just going to be positive and make you feel joy. Because looking for that is a trauma response. Looking for someone that we can be by our side through life that's going to bring all kinds of feelings our way and be open to that. And be open to them making us feel all kinds of way too, but be there with them, committed to that. Let's get another card out. There's only what life is asking of me. Awakened, inspired action. There's only what life is asking of me. I don't think that's true. I think we ask for what we want. And then life asks of us, well, to have that, you need to be this. And we follow that path. We always get the clues, always get the clues when we ask for something that's beyond our reach. That part of the law of attraction is true. Always get the clues. When we're not in alignment with something, we get the clues of how to get into alignment with it. Awakening inspired action, then we've got to do something about it. So we've got to own it ourselves. We can't just be waiting around, waiting for it to come. Deconstructing doubt. You see, we've got to believe it. We've got to believe in ourselves and we've got to believe it. Why? Because if we don't do that, we're not going to go for it. It's already there. We can go for it. It kind of blew my mind last night that like 3 guys of this same caliber were right there. They were right there. Bizarre. One was like a fireman, like proper superhero, amazing looking, and like a hero. And it's like, wow. He's not near here though. Where is he? I can't remember where he is. They're always just a little bit away from me, like on another island or somewhere else in Thailand. on holiday, of course. But it's still interesting to have these interactions with these people. I get to test it. Deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in my way. Only your beliefs are in your way. Change your beliefs. Realize what it is that you deserve. What you want, what you deserve. And believe that you can have it. But if you're asking for only positive, be careful what you ask for, because you're more likely to get someone who's traumatized, who can't give you that. So, you know those types. You know the types. They're into the law of attraction, and they can't actually handle life itself. So as soon as something like real life shows up, they're like, I'm out of here. I'm just like, that's not what you want. That is not what you want, someone that will run away when it's not all peachy, you know? You don't want that. You want someone that's going to be around for all of it. For your good days, your bad days, for when you want them to be by your side when it's not good. There's a lot of that fair-weathered friends, is what we used to call it when I was little. Fair-weathered friends are people that want to, guys that want a relationship. They don't really want a relationship. They just want like to be with you until there's any problems. You see it. I see it. I see it in the blurb on Tinder too. It's right there, right up the top, what they say about themselves. Not saying what they say about themselves. They're like, I don't want someone with baggage. I don't want this. I don't want that. Oh, you don't want a human being then? It's like you're not going to be someone to have a relationship with because you only want the positive side. You don't actually want a human. You want, just wait for AI to come out. You can have one of those pretend ones. You know, for AI to come out. I mean, AI to make those lifestyles, you know what I mean? The robots that look exactly like people. And I think they've already done it. I think they're already amongst us. Don't want those. You're all so quiet. Anyway, that's what I've got. It's what's it? It's thingy. How they feel about your Friday. That's the pick a card that I'll be doing today. So check that out. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button. Click the like button as well down there before you click off. What else? We'll do this all over again on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. New moon today. It is a new moon today. If you want a new moon reading, they're $30 off right now. The link for those is here. Oh. 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 The link for that. Oops. Sorry about that. The link, I clicked, you know when you're trying to get back on a tab where this is, and you click the little cross instead and it closes that tab down. I did that, sorry. I was trying to get back to you guys from another tab and closed you down instead. $30 off a new moon reading, personal new moon reading. You're booking for one of those today. If you want one of those, go for it. And yeah, otherwise, have a great weekend, everybody. And I will catch you later. Don't forget, there's 2 ways to win a private reading with me. It is by clicking like on my videos, leaving a comment. Unfortunately, the live comments, they don't apply. They're not like stored up in the place. I can't find them again, so I can include those in. But on any video, if you click like and you're a subscriber to my channel, you can leave a comment. That will get you an entry in, and that will be drawn in the first live show after the end of the month. So I think this next time it's going to be on the 3rd or something like that. No, on the 2nd of October. September drawings will be done. And check out my pick a card reads, because if you get those deeper dives, then that will get you an entry into the other drawer as well. So have a great weekend, everybody. I hope someone's still listening to me at least. 2. I wish people would come to this show. Anyway, See ya. Have a good one. Bye.